What's up? Let's give a damn family. It's time for a heart to heart. No fancy intro, no editing, one take, 5 to 7 minutes. I won't bore you to tears, but I do think that I owe you an explanation on some things, and I want to let you into a little bit of what's been going on, why we've been taking certain breaks, what's with the lack of content, where are we going, what's happening in 2020. So I figured I would just, again, no editing, no intro, outro, just me talking with you for a few minutes. I hope this is helpful. For those of you that follow the podcast closely, I hope this gives you a sense that I am trying really hard to steward this platform well, to steward your attention well. And so here we go. If you follow the podcast closely, you know that we took a break in August and came back in September, had some great interviews in September, then took a break in October again, and then we came back in strong in November. And I think we're going to take another break. And I hate to do this, but I also don't hate to do this because it's very intentional. I'm not doing this because of lack of interest. I'm not doing this because of I don't have enough interviews, people that I want to be on the podcast or people that want to be on the podcast. There's so many stories to tell. So it's not any of that. But there certain things have been happening in my life that I want you to know about that are just influencing the direction that I think we're headed as an organization, as a podcast. And so I wanted to give you a peek into what's going on. Um, a little personal thing that's going on right now. One of my best friends, before moving to Nashville, we lived in Tacoma, Washington for 4 years. In Tacoma, I met one of the greatest people I've ever met. His name is Randy. A few days ago, Randy died by suicide. And I think I can keep it together here in this conversation because I spent the last 4 days with my wife, with friends, crying my eyes out. I'm depleted at the moment. Randy was a former Army Ranger. He saw and experienced things that no one should ever have to experience, and I honor him for that. We honor him for that. Because of that, and some things in his story, abuses that took place, he didn't have an amazing upbringing. He experienced a lot of pain, and he was in a lot of pain for a long, long time. He leaves behind an amazing wife and 4 amazing kids that my family, we love them so much. It's a very, very sad time, but this season is bringing many things to mind. It's bringing many realizations to things that I have to really confront and deal with as I steward this platform. Again, I've made it my life's goal to help equip people to give a damn. And I'm doing that through speaking and consulting and the podcast and coaching in many different ways. But I've come to realize something that I want to share with you. The reason that I think we're going to take another break so that I can really dig into this. Part of the reason I need to take a break is because I am physically depleted. There have been multiple friends this year that have died by suicide. And I'm dealing with it fine in terms of I don't have any anxiety or depression, anything like that. But I am just physically, I'm an Enneagram 8, if that means anything to some of you out there. And I'm just depleted emotionally, physically. Along with that, I just the other day I was a guest on another podcast. One of the rare times when I'm not conducting the interview, asking the questions, moving the conversation forward. It was wonderful. I was enjoying it. And one of my friends who was conducting the interview, he said something that really struck me, and it hasn't. And this was a day before I found out that my friend Randy had died by suicide. And he told me this. He said, Nick, I love your podcast. I love the platform. I'm in. I'm a damn giver, this, that, and the other. But he said something that really struck me, something that I had been hearing. But this guy, if you knew this guy, my friend Eric, you wouldn't think that he would be the person to say this. He's got his shit together. He just an amazing dude, accomplished so much. And so you wouldn't think that he would say what I'm about to tell you that he said. He said, Nick, sometimes I feel overwhelmed when I hear these stories, when I listen to these podcast conversations. I get overwhelmed and I don't think that I can measure up to what you're calling us to. And that struck me in the moment. I apologized to him and I said, bro, I am sorry if I've ever made you think that way. That is not my intention for Eric, my friend, or for anybody. If you're listening right now and you have ever felt overwhelmed by the calls to action that I have given you, the stories that we have told on the podcast, that is not my intention. And what happened from that conversation with Eric and then with my friend passing away, I'm just having this, I'm having this very vivid, I really feel like there's something happening in my life and in this organization that I'm having to, there's like a wall that I need to figure out why it's there, what's happening. Do I climb over it? Do I bust through it? Do I turn left, right, go back? And that what I'm working through is, am I approaching this let's give a damn conversation the right way? Because I don't ever want you to feel like you can't live up if you don't give a damn in a certain way. I don't want you to ever feel like I am judging you or that I'm demanding too much of you. Because the realization, friends, is life is really, really hard. Most of us are just trying to get by, whether it's working a job that we hate or working too much or tension in our relationship with our spouse or partner, boyfriend, girlfriend. Kids hate us, just getting laid off, student loans. There's so much in life that is really, really hard. And I think because of my personality, sometimes I can, sometimes they can come across as I overlook those things and I go straight for, well, people are just being lazy. They go home and watch Netflix every night. And they're not giving a damn. They're not figuring out how they can contribute and give back and change the world. But the truth of the matter is, I don't think that's true for most of you, for most humans. People want to help. People want to give back. I believe people are good. I think what's happening is that people are tired and overwhelmed, and 4 hours of Netflix is actually drowning out all of the voices that we don't want to hear. The voices of not enough money, not enough time, not enough joy, things are hard, and we drown them out with things, with stuff, TV, alcohol, whatever it may be. That's the realization, is that we're all just getting by. A friend of mine told me a little while ago, and I've never been able to forget this. She said, everybody is in the ER, Nick. Everybody's in the ER. Everybody's hurting. Everybody's in pain. And in the ER, you could be in the ER for some stitches. You'll make it. You'll survive. But you're still in the ER getting help. Or you could be in the ER because you were shot or stabbed or you have a brain tumor or something. Cancer came back. There's so many reasons to be in the ER. It doesn't have to always be like fatal or tragic, but everybody needs help. Everybody's hurting. Everybody's in pain. And so without continuing and too much into this thought process, because none of this is scripted. This is just off the top of my head. I hope you're still with me. Here's what I want to do. I want to go away for a little bit, not too long, maybe just a couple weeks, but I need to go away and really map out what Let's Give a Damn looks like in the future, because I don't ever want to make people to feel overwhelmed by the calls to action I put out. I want people to feel empowered. I want people to feel like they don't have to do anything right now. That might be in the future. I want people to feel like they can get better and find healing and then give a damn. And the reality is getting better and finding healing is giving a damn. It's getting a damn about yourself. So what I'm working on, and I'll find better language for it, and I'll articulate it better in the future. But right now, there are 3 phases that I want to really develop and help you see in the future. One is you need to give a damn first about yourself. Because if you're empty, if you're depleted, you can't give to other people. You can't help other people. So first give a damn about yourself. Then give a damn about each other. And that each other is your people, the people around you, whether that's family, friends. These are the people that you are there to lift up and there to lift you up. These are your homies, your neighbors, people you go to school with, people you go to work with, the people that when you're ready to hang out, you call them first. Though that's the let's give a damn about each other. And then once that group is healthy, once y'all are functioning somewhat, then let's give a damn about others. That's the broader humanity, our brothers and sisters in our city, state, country, world, right? Let's give a damn about ourselves first, then each other, and then others. So, if you're still listening, thanks for hanging on. I just wanted to let you know, from me to you, I wish I could tell you all face to face. I love you all. I thank you for being a part of the Let's Give a Damn family. 2020 is going to be amazing. We're going to figure some stuff out and begin to implement more things. We're starting local chapters in 2020. We're going to do a yearly gathering. We're going to do our first annual gathering in 2020. The podcast hopefully will develop and become more of a helpful tool for you. But I need to put on the brakes for a second so I can mourn, so I can grieve the loss of my friend, so I can process what people are telling me, that I can be overwhelming, that I can be a little bit too much sometimes. And I want to come back in a few days, in a few weeks, ready to help you in a better way. So thank you for being a part of what we're doing. I love you all. I'm excited for 2020. If you're listening up to this point, please send me an email, hello@nicklaparra.com, or hit me up on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, MySpace, wherever you can find me. I'm not on MySpace. And please let me know if you have any thoughts. Please let me know if this resonates with you, or if I'm off, or if you want to add something. I just want you to be healthy. I want you to feel whole. I don't want you to feel overwhelmed. I don't want you to give a damn about others before you've taken care of yourself, because that will eventually maybe not kill you physically, but you will be hurt. You'll hurt yourself and others when you're working out of a deficit instead of abundance. So please let me know what you think. And we're going to come back in a few weeks, ready to go. Again, I love you. Thanks for giving a damn along with me. Thanks for being a part of this family, this community. And yeah, that's it. Peace.